Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect Escapes. Today's beverage is a very potent peppermint tea. So welcome back to Prison Architect Escapes, the series where we attempt to break out of facilities not made by me. This one has an execution room, so hopefully we won't be visiting that in this video. Either way, this is where we're going to break out of a facility, and hopefully we'll do so in the most interesting and efficient manner. This is Unescapes version 1.2, and what I like about the naming of facilities like Unescapes, Unescapable, Secure Facility, insert some numbers here, is that if they do have a version number like this is 1.2, obviously the original design wasn't as secure as originally intended. Either way, joking aside, let's have a look and see what this has to offer. I'm noticing obviously a lot of staff-only areas. There was some perimeter walls too, in fact, as we came in, so already security is higher than some of the other ones that we have experienced. They've got, I think, a mutator going on here because there's no walls around this reception. I do like the design of it though, and that's probably a bug with the copious amounts of food just lying on there. And yeah, anyway, so we're coming through this staff-only area. We've got a staff room, we've got visitation that is open to people, so we can probably... Actually, how do you access that? I'm not too sure. Anyway, yeah, we can probably get some, like, fire things if we need to. We've got some door servos, some metal detectors. We've got laundry, so potentially tunneling is one of the ways we can get out, because obviously it's got ropes here. We've got a common room. If it's got a gym, then that'll be another source of ropes, and I don't know about like anything else, but that's why we have a look around. The fun is definitely in finding out in this series, and that is quite a number of inmates. You've got a lot of inmates going past, a mixture of medium and high risk, and I just heard a noise there which I believe signalled a changeover in the guard scheduler. I think that's what it was, so there'll be different guards at different positions at different times. I'm also noticing as well that this is a long cell block, and we're being brought up. Hopefully it's going to be very near the wall. If it's near the wall, then, you know, escaping via tunnelling is probably on the cards, and depending how close it is to the wall, we might give this one a go. I think we... actually, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Okay. We can probably escape via tunnelling. The problem is... I don't know what's around here. I don't know whether it's an intentional part of the design, but there's no windows here. If there was windows, we'd be able to look out and see where the doggo patrols are, because this is prime doggo territory patrol route. Okay. Well, we're going to have a recce. We'll have a look, a run around. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll do the default, which is basically break all of these... all of these here. This is basically you just basically have to swing off them, and you get loads of points. I know there's people often say, oh, well, it's sort of like, oh, it's a common thing that they do every time, and yeah, I mean, agreed. It is something that we often do because, well, it's the most efficient way of gaining points, and well, although we can make different choices, we can't make well, we can't make up mechanics for the game. If there was other ways of doing this, gaining points and other ways of escaping, then obviously I would attempt that. But let's go ahead and just, like, say, farm these points. I notice we have the option to swim as well. We could unlock that. I don't see why we would, because I don't think there's a moat, but I didn't see... Well, I didn't see a moat anyway. Actually, something just came to mind. I said about escaping via tunnelling, and that is still very possible. I'm just going to probably surrender now and then skip punishments, and then that should be all of the reputations. No, all the reputations by the extremely strong swimmer, which I don't think we need, but for the purposes of just completion, let's just go ahead and, yeah, we'll farm the rest of these points. Yeah, once we've done this, though, we will have a look around, and I think that's all the points we need. So we're going to stop that, we're going to skip it, and then we'll go for swimmer. Okay, so I said about going up here and do some tunneling. That is still on the cards. However, would it be best to go to the left? I don't think so, is the answer, but I'm still going to have a look around first, just to see if that would be somewhat viable. Excuse me. So... lots of workers obviously come down just to fix what I've broken. And we have a library. We have... what's this? This is That's so interesting. There's a canteen here and a one further to the right. We got big graveyard. Just glad that the zombie thing isn't on. People have suggested, by the way, escaping from a zombie-filled facility. I love that idea, and I'm certainly going to do it. I don't have a save file in mind. If you know of one, then let me know too. But that is, it is on the list. I just want to mention that. So we do have ropes here. So we've got a laundry here. There was another laundry as we came in, so that's 2 laundries that we have. There's some storage. Can't go in there. Not that that would afford us anything. And we have a workshop. Okay. So we can get workshop tools. Oh, and there's a gym. Okay, so we've got... Yeah, I think escaping by tunneling is the way we're going to do this. Right. So, we have a couple of things. We have pickaxe from here, rope from the gym, and 2 ropes from the laundry. So that's 4 items we can escape with. Oh, a very nice yard, actually. I like this yard. That is good. And, oh, is that a farm dog? Oh, okay. This changes things. This is a forestry. And in forestry, you can get a chainsaw. Shall we just walk out of the front door? I mean, we could probably try. Shall I try it? I'm going to give it a go. If any tries to stop me, they get hit. Right. I now have a set of keys and a chainsaw. Let's just go to max speed. And we'll run through all of this. Naturally, it's setting off the... Oh, okay, unconscious. Skip punishments. Right, fair enough. Okay. Oh, hang on. I skipped punishments there. But we're still running. Now, that is interesting. Unconscious again, skip punishment. And we've been put back here. Okay. Yeah, going out the front door is probably not going to happen. All right. We could. Chainsaw escape is also on the list. I wanted to do that, but I don't think it's going to work here. Mainly because even if we do get out the front door, there's still snipers that we can't deal with. Chainsaws are... They don't have as much range as perhaps you may want. But that does actually bring up another noteworthy point. That we've got another way to get escape equipment. We can get a shovel. We can indeed get a shovel. Let's have a look around. See if I can find said shovel. Just going to keep this on the maximum speed. Just because I think this is going to be quite a long episode, if it's a successful one, because, well, it's going to take us a while to dig this tunnel. I'm not seeing any of this. I'm not seeing any... There it is. What? It had disappeared. What? Why did it do that? That's curious. Might be in a cycle where it's changed. So, this is a digging implement. But if we go through that metal detector, there'll be a guard chasing us. So how do we get about that? Well, we don't. What we do is we run. Hang on, wait, is this the right one? This one. And yeah, we're setting off all of this. And we're running to our cell. But what we do is we stash it in someone else's toilet. And we wait. And what will happen is a guard will come along. They will search us. And I'll say, what's the cause for concern, officer? I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, let's go. And that's the way to do that. Now, I won't be attempting that again, because if it does go wrong, then you get searched, and including your cell. So this was more of a, you can do that. Now, here's the problem. Well, apparently that doesn't last very long. Need a bit of luck? We've got some luck. So, we're going to dig, right? But I don't know what sort of patrols are out there. I'm going to assume, perhaps wrongly, that there will be a couple of patrols of doggos. There'll definitely be one, at least there should be one, in between the two perimeter walls as we first go in. If there isn't, big security flaw. That means then that we can't dig this sequentially. We have to gather the equipment and stash it in the tunnel as we get closer to the wall. And that is also another point, that we're going to have a perimeter wall to deal with. We're actually going to have two perimeter walls to deal with. And it takes at least 1.5 picks to get through that thing. So we're going to have to be... Well, we're going to have to be lucky. And we're going to have to stash some stuff. So... There's that guard patrolling. I'm noticing that there's not a huge amount of staff. Not a huge amount of patrols. But enough to, you know, for it to be... Enough so it's not a non-issue. Like, there are some amount of staff, so we do still have to be wary. So we're into Lowe's Pass. In we go. So what I'm going to do... This is going to be a bit of an exploratory dig. And I'm noting this now, that this is probably going to end up in the tunnel being detected sooner rather than later. Oh. Oh! Well, that is not something I expected. There's a full grid of pipes under here. Why is that? This is this deliberately easy to escape from? Look how far we've dug. This makes me think that there was going to be an expansion to this cell block. That's my thoughts on it. Okay, it's currently sleep time. We will take the opportunity to sleep. And apparently wake up at 3 in the morning for a shower. Why is that a thing? Is that when the regime starts? 3 in the morning? I mean, I know I'm not very adventurous when it comes to my regime changes. But 3 in the morning as a start is... Well, whoever's made this is a maverick. Anyway, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to pick up some more digging implements. Like I say, I do expect the tunnel to be located sooner rather than later. I can't see any... Oh, there it is. Hiding in the corner. Yeah, I don't expect the tunnel to be... I don't expect it to remain hidden for very long. And... Oh! Now that is interesting. The regime has just changed back to sleep. So you wake up at 3 for a very early morning shower, and then proceed to have to go back to bed. Huh. Well, there you are. Anyway, that guy's going to try and bring us to the cell. Now that I'm in, they're just going to pick us up and put us in the corner. Like that. Yeah, thank you. I wanted to read books, obviously. Enter tunnel. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the end of this one. And then we have to be very careful, because I want to stash the contraband. I don't want to dig any further. I don't know how far, like I say, the map is. So I'm going to... You know what? I am going to keep digging a bit more. Until I can see the edge of the map, and then I'll stop. There it is. So what... actually, you know what? I'll use the rope up. No. Stick with the plan. So I need to right-click to stash contraband, and right-click to stash contraband. There we go. And I need, I think, another 6 items. Minimum. Because in between that perimeter wall, like I say, 99% convinced there will be a dog patrol. But if the dogs are just going to another patrol route anyway and walking across this, then we could be... Well, it could all go horribly wrong at any moment. But that's the risk you take on having a big tunnel. So, we're going to go back down and gather more items and do some more digging. It's certainly going to be one of the longer tunnels that we've made in these attempts, and in general, really. The position of our cell is actually really good in terms of just coming down and grabbing items for escapes, because you literally come out and go, where you're heading off to? I'm heading off to the shops. What do they sell? Escape equipment. Yeah. And this is where the cell, well, this is the lumber room. This is where all of the wood is. And there we go. So there's the pickaxe. See, I'm not going to do the whole shovel trick thing again. Although the spade is good to dig with, I'm not risking coming through and being accidentally discovered, because it can go horribly wrong. So, once again, just going to go up, drop stuff off, go from there. So our stuff is still stashed. Yes, it is. One thing you have to be very cautious of. So when you have your mouse over the character, it says on the right-hand side, right-click to stash contraband. When you have it not on the character, it's right-click to dig up. Yeah, we don't want that. We definitely do not want that. All right. So I think it'll take a rope or two to get to the perimeter wall. We then need another couple of ropes for each perimeter wall itself. Did I hear the tunnel be detected there? I'm hoping I've just made that up. But we'll know when we come back, won't we? Okay. Well, I'm going to get at least another 2 ropes. One here. And I could have gone through the cleaning cupboard, actually. I don't know why I didn't. You'd think the cleaning cupboard would have, like, towels. It's called ropes, but, you know, I think they are just towels that have been knotted together. Yeah, no digging implement here. It's not respawned yet. What about in the gym? No respawn. We can go through the cafeteria, because there's no metal detectors on this. Easily enough done. And, oh. Straight on the front door. There we go. And back again. So, we'll go in, we'll stash these, we'll come out. I don't know if you heard that noise. That's the scheduler, I think. I just hope the guards don't check the water meter, because they're going to go, why is there being excess usage in this cell block? It's because of all the dirt we're trying to wash off ourselves. Alright, so right-click to stash contraband, right-click stash contraband. To the wall, through the first wall, through the second wall. I need some more items. This is where impatience is getting the better of me, because I think what I have now may possibly get us to where we need to go. But the last thing I want is to get through the first perimeter wall and then snap everything before we can get through the next one. Yeah, that'd be bad. But anyway, let's see what we can do. There's a club, but it means we have got to respawn. Rope. And obviously this is, as with all escapes, based on luck. As in, we've been positioned in a very, very opportune spot to escape via tunneling. If we were, say, here, wouldn't even attempt it. Wouldn't even come into my mind to dig through all of this foundation. But here we go. Right, so this is going to be the escape attempt. And this could go horribly wrong at any moment, as I said. That's a strong peppermint tea. Because we could be detected as soon as we get near the wall. Could be a doggo going past. I don't know what's going on. But then again, that's normal for me. So we're digging. And eventually, there's the wall. So there is a wall. We knew there was a wall, because I saw it coming in. That's broke now. And working on the next one. That used a bit of pick. It's gonna use all of this rope. It is. Yep. Used all of the rope. Oh, they've detected the tunnel. They've detected it. Can you hear it falling in? I think... I'm sure that they detected it. We're going to be kicked out. Is this a fail? This is probably a fail. Because the workers are filling it in as we speak. And it's taking more to get through this perimeter wall than I thought. Darn it. I would have thought I'd been able to get through this quicker than now. How many ropes is this taking? I thought it took a lot less than that. We're not going to be able to get through. Even if I get through one... Yeah, look, they're filling the tunnel in. They're filling the tunnel in around us, and now we're here. Right. Oh, so this is a doggo patrol. They've got doggo patrols around here. And can that guy open that? Oh, you've got a set of keys, have you? Oh, well, that changes everything. That changes absolutely everything. We now have a set of keys. And that. Okay. Right. Well, we've got out to this point. But what will this afford us? Because there's going to be snipers, isn't there? So there's a path here, and there's this perimeter wall here. This path, I reckon that's where the dogs are on, because we just saw one. Oh, there's one coming this way now. This is potentially a way out. I don't want to attack these doggos, by the way, but I sort of have to. The reason I think this is a way out, because people were released and they were coming this way. Which means that... Please don't have a sniper in it. Oh, it's a perimeter wall. No, I don't think they can even shoot over it. Oh, wait, hang on. Get through. Come on. Hang on. How come we're unconscious? For what reason are we unconscious? There's no reason why we're unconscious. I didn't give up. I didn't get hit. There was no tasered. We were literally that far from the wall. Okay. So tunneling, because of all of that extra bit that we saw, you know, the pipe work, tunneling is actually quite easy on this map, I believe. However, I think the best way out is to take a set of keys and leg it. So we're going to come down. I know that there is... I mean, we might have been shot by the sniper, but I didn't see the laser line. We know we've got this, which we go through. Okay. And there's the sadly perished doggos. And we just need to come this way. Yeah, no laser line. Is this door open? And we're out. There we go. That's been a bit of Prison Architect Escapes. Prisoner Cager, I think. 4 victims. 5 victims. 2 workers, a guard and 2 doggos, sadly. Total score 80. Time taken 1 day, 11 hours, 24 minutes. Escape via tunneling, very possible. Made easier because of the pipe work, I think. Or is it only large pipes that allow it? For increased speed and digging. I'm not sure. Either way, we got to the end. And I'm glad I wasn't as impatient as impatient, I'm not saying I wasn't impatient there, but if I was even more impatient, we wouldn't have had nowhere near the stuff to get through the wall. But there's enough doggo patrols, but because the staff have keys, take them off them, go out the side door and around. Yeah. Alright. That was quite refreshing, actually, because that was not... We've done a couple of quirky prisons as of late. That felt more just like a actual, like, air quotes, proper prison. Like, it had everything you need. It wasn't in, like, a weird ship layout or, like, a Death Star or anything like that. It was just, like I say, a normal, vanilla-ish prison with decent security that wasn't overstaffed. It's easy to make something secure, but have to pay the earth for it. But this one we didn't. But we did manage to get out, and hopefully it has been interesting. I definitely want to escape via a chainsaw, or using a chainsaw at some point, but we'll have to try that in another episode. If you have any tips, comments, suggestions for this escape attempt, if you want to see like different ways of doing it or what you would do, and if you have any ideas for the type of prisons you want me to escape from, any links, any names, put them all in the comments, and we'll go from there. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.